Upon a time, there used to be a set of people who were going around looking for broken plastic items to fix. So these people usually carry a stove, a knife, sometimes a pair of knives, some pieces of plastic. And the service that they were rendering was basically fixing broken plastics. That is no longer the case these days. And I could even argue that over the past 2 decades, I don't really know why, but I've thought about this within myself, and somehow managed to come up with two theories or hypotheses. Yeah, hypotheses rather. The first one being that maybe plastic became too cheap and people never really felt the need to replace them, or just had to get a new one. The other being that, there have been, over the past decade, there have been this sort of a social media revolution or digital transformation. And part of it is that people no longer live the stage their lives. So you see the picture of a person who is in on one luxurious house or home or room, and then it turns out to be that that place is not their home. It's most likely a hotel or a suite or somewhere that they hired to, stage this kind of life. And with this, fixing plastic could not even carry a stigma of poverty, or could not be seen as being synonymous to being poor. There are specific tools that are made for tasks like this. There are plastic welding tools that you can get in any of your favorite e-commerce store, being it Amazon or AliExpress. I don't have any of them, so I'm going to be using what is available in my environment and what is currently available to me. And you can use a knife, you can use anything that you think that you can just use to, heat up your plastic and then try to measure together. But I'm going to be using a soldering iron because I already have them. I do some sort of electrical and electronics work as well. So any sort of soldering iron is going to work for this. Let me just introduce it to my suite of soldering irons. So, the first one here, let's talk about this. So this is a basic soldering iron, a very common one. You can use this, but I'm not going to be using this one. Why? Because this everyday soldering iron has just one tip. That is, you cannot change the tip of this soldering iron, and I don't think a pointed tip like this would be suitable for this job that I'm going to be doing. So for that reason, I'm going to be using this other one. This one is a bit more expensive than this one. In fact, it's not that expensive. It's just on the south of $10. And the reason I'm going to be using this, like I say, is it has replaceable tips. Let me look for the tips. So what we have here are the different tips that you can use to replace the pointed one here. This default one. And for this, I'm going to be using, you see this tip that is sort of having a flat heads. This particular tip. This is what I'm going to be using for this particular task. I'm going to be using this steel wool. Some call it iron wool, or you could even say iron sponge or steel sponge, whatever is suitable to you. I think I'm going to be using the steel wool, and what I'm going to be using this for is for sort of reinforcements, like when you create maybe building blocks using concrete, you usually have to set up these iron bars for reinforcement. So this is serving a similar purpose to that. I would have loved to use this glue, but for some reason it seems that it's blocked and I can't get access to the fluid inside here. So I would have to use this tape to hold this in place. So this is the part of my what is it called? My blender that I was talking about. So I will try to use this glue to hold it in place somewhere around the bottom side. I will eventually remove this, but I just want to get this in place. There's a problem here. The cord is short, so short. I'm not really working from a very convenient position, but so what I'm going to do is, since it's very hot, you can see I'm not comfortable at all. So try to get maybe an extension box or something. So I've done this first one and pretty good. The joints, they are small. It's no longer, you know, I think it's stuck now. I think we are okay. It's not a very clean job. I will, try to get rid of some of this stuff from the surface. Some of this, trying to get rid of it from the surface, but it seems to be doing fine. The next will be our plastic funnel. So this also happened during transit. Cheap plastic is never good, but what I'm trying to do here is, let me just make it very clear to you, for those of you wondering why I'm doing this, okay? I'm a very rich man. I'm so worried about our climate. So I'm not a climate change conspiracy theorist, but this glue started misbehaving again, so I just had to cut the tip off. I don't know, something that I just opened a few minutes ago is giving me issues. Now, first of all, so this surface is a little bit complicated. So on one side, so it's good. It's going to go in this way. Okay. I'll first of all apply the glue to the surface. And also on this side. may also have to do some here and here. There's a contact issue here. Okay, let me try and get it across to a more reliable socket here. Cool. And as you can see, it's working.